to my farming venture. My name is Shiko and some people actually call me the city farm girl. Well, for my very first episode, I'm in the heart of Dogo to meet young ambitious farmers who have turned wasteland into fields of gold right here in the slum.
Here in Dogo, I met a group of young people who call themselves Green Revolution Power 254 farmers, who are very passionate about farming. And as you can see, this is one of their farm, where they do different types of crops. So we have skuma wiki, we have mboga kienyeji on the other side. We have a couple of trees here for avocado. We have sugar cane, we have bananas here. So initially, this is a flooding area of the river. And as you can see on the other side, we also have a different group that are doing farming on the other side of the river. And we are on this side. And I think one of the advantage of these young people farming across the river is to make sure that they also plant as more trees as possible as a way of also keeping the riverbank clean.
Ramadhan came to the show, K24. Little did I know I'd be making a friend in the process, despite him just being a guest. And he was really telling me about the work that he does as a youth mentor. And one of the projects that he had where he grew up in Dogo was trying to get, young people into some economic activity other than the usual car wash that we always hear about, other than, kazi ya boda. And so he was like, believe it or not, Shiko, we actually have farms in the middle of Dogo. And I'm like, what?
As you can see here, we have a kisima here for clean water. This is one of the kisima where they get their water to water the plants, right? Yeah. And number two, we also have tap water, running tap water somewhere here. Because as you can see, the water from the river is not that clean. And in terms of health issues, so we cannot use the river.
You can imagine this is what you regard to as a slum area, and you would not expect beautiful, green, luscious farms just in the middle of all these structures. And so you'll be surprised to see these guys are growing avocado, they have spinach, and a couple of other green leafy vegetables, and they're selling.
Yes, now as you can see, this is a mama who sells mboga here. And some of the mbogas that mamas around here sell come from the garden.
I have to say one of the most heartbreaking things about just touring Dogo was just looking at the living standards that are there. It's so funny because, to access Dogo, you probably would be using Thika Road, which is, what we used. And it's like Thika Road literally divides, the rich and the poor, so to speak. You'll cross onto the other side of Thika Road and you're literally in Othaiga North. And just looking at how there was garbage or there's so much waste everywhere. Kids as young as 4 years old are actually playing in trash. We actually caught a kid who was making their own kite. And for them it was a paperback kite, but you could see the joy in that and how happy they were despite their surroundings.
We are in the same constituency, but different wards. So the river here has divided Dogo ward, and where we are is another different ward. But young people from this side and the other young people from the other side have also, the young people from this side are also using the flooding area of the river to do agriculture, because this land is there, and instead of lying idle, they have decided to plant different plants. See, we have banana here on this side. We have mboga ya kienyeji and a little bit of napier grass. So this napier grass, they sell it for people who have cows on these areas. Yeah.
So farming has really changed this community, and they're not just doing guesswork. If you noticed, some of the individuals that we met from this young farming group of farmers, this group of young farmers, they really know their stuff. They know where to buy their seeds, they know what kind of seeds they are using, even to the point whereby they are able to pick out what kind of fertilizer works for them. And so I was pretty surprised and very impressed as well to see how knowledgeable they are when it comes to agriculture.
As the seed kales, they're called the 100-headed, and the advantage, they have large leaves and they are very good for nutrients, and it's good for consumption. On the other side, there are also kales, but different from this side. This side are the seeds kales, and this side are the suckers kales. As you can see, you have suckers on the side. You can pluck the suckers like this one, and then you can dip on another place. The advantage of this one, they are very durable. They can last for long, even forever, because they produce suckers on the side, which you can use to plant. When these ones grow old, you can cut it, and the suckers also remain on the farm. These, they are not durable, but also they are good for farm because they produce very easily. The product does not take long to mature.
So we had a few challenges, and I think when you work in media, you see a lot of this. Whenever you're out, on the street, or maybe you're in a rural area or some of the informal settlements, guys always think that you're recording to go sell this footage like to an international media house. And so what happens is people always ask you for either money. They'll be like, ni watu wa media mnakujanga hapa, mnachukua picha, mnauza hizi video uko juu, and you don't give us anything. So what's up with that? But all in all, I'm really glad that we did get a couple of people who saw the benefit of telling their story and even not being scared to tell the world where they come from and what they call home.
Thanks for watching City Farm Girl, but that's not all. Part 2 of this feature is coming up next week. For this and more on great urban farming styles, follow us on social media as the City Farm Girl, and of course on my YouTube channel, Shiko Kaitani.